Good morning and welcome back to the channel, everybody. I apologize that it's been quite a few days since my last upload. I ended up tearing, I forget what the muscle is, in my lower left back, and it has been driving me crazy. I've not been able to walk, let alone like record or anything like that, so I've been bedridden for the last few days. But today we are going to try to make a video for you guys. The game plan is to just get some break-in miles on the STi today. Nothing really fancy planned, just kind of easing my way back into it. We do need to head out to Josh's. He is wanting my old twin disc for a secret build. You guys will have to stay tuned with Josh. He's being very secretive about it. So we need to go drop off that clutch at his shop, which is perfect because we can get some break-in miles today. First things first is we need to pull the STi into the shop. I'd already got the Honda moved out of there, because I'm going to do one more oil change on this car. If you guys saw when this first start video of this STi, when we were pulling the motor and we drained the oil, we noticed about a quart of E in the oiling system, which is not good at all. We drained it, put new oil in, but I'm still worried that maybe there's some E still in the oil. Just to be safe, I'm going to drain this oil again, put some new fresh Valvoline 2050 in here, and we should be ready to head out to Josh's. There's a few things I'm going to be grabbing at Josh's as well. As you guys know, I do not have a turbo guard on the turbo. That's a big no-no. I do not like running this car without a turbo guard. It's not worth the risk of sucking in a rock or something that will take everything out. So I'm going to be stealing a 5-inch turbo guard. It's crappy because I have a 3-inch turbo guard, I have a 4-inch turbo guard, I do not have a 5-inch. I've never had a big boy turbo before. So we're gonna try to steal one from Josh's. Another thing is I recently heard, driving this car home from Devin's shop, this axle, or what I believe to be this axle, clanking around. So that's not a good sign. This axle's on its way out. So I'll be picking up an axle at Josh's shop as well, and we can get this car 100% buttoned up. First things first is I need to tackle this wiring nightmare down here. This is all my gauge wiring. Need to get that all tucked up. I hate that stuff in my feet when I am driving. I always get my foot caught up in those wires. This may take me a while because with my back, it hurts very much to bend over in that position. So I'm gonna just take you guys off the camera, get that fixed up, and then we can get this started up. So we got that wiring somewhat cleaned up. It's most definitely drivable right now. I still need to go through this entire interior, button it up, clean it up, because I'm still like missing random panels and stuff like that, as this car has been taken apart and put back together a million times. But one day at a time, we'll get this car 100% buttoned up. The neighbors are going to absolutely hate us. We have Bose. This should be running pretty soon here. Update later on. But he has a bumper exit. I have a fender exit. My Honda has a hood exit. These are all very, very loud cars. I already got stared down by a few of the neighbors just pulling it into the shop. So I'm sorry, neighbors, but it is what it is. So thankfully, we have some extra 2050 VR1, which is the oil that I'm running in the STi here at the shop. It is Bose oil that he had for his new motor build, but of course I'm going to be stealing that because I don't feel like making a trip all the way down to the store just to come back here just to go again. So I'll just use Bose. I'll replace his later on, but let's go ahead and get this car jacked up, get the oil drained, and put some new oil in here. Well, we just got the oil drained out of the STi. Oil looks amazing. I mean, the oil was in here for, I don't know, 5 miles. There was no E in the oil, which is a good sign. I just wanted to be extra safe, did not want to take that risk. I'd rather spend $50 on oil than an entire new motor. So now that I'll just let the driblets drain out, and then we will top it off with some new VR1 2050. And there we go. We got the 6 quarts of new oil in here. This car is now ready to go. Alright, we are now heading over to Josh's shop. I have the clutch loaded up, and we need to make a quick stop at the gas station because I'm low on fuel. So we'll stop at the gas station and head out to Josh's shop. I am so happy we made it over to the gas station. The second I left my house, the gas light popped up, and it's like a few mile drive here, and we hit traffic. But thankfully we made it here. Would never ever recommend with a higher horsepower application to run your tank that dry on fuel. It will destroy your pumps. Thankfully I made it, car still runs, so. But this axle is clinking around quite bad. So the axle is at Josh's place. We're gonna drive there. It's only a few miles from here, but it's on the highway. So a lot faster speeds. Hopefully we don't run into any issues, but I have my camera in case we do.
Dip into savings a little bit. How do you want it?
Strike.
Gonna put it on here. Make sure it's on nice and good. Make sure it's actually loosened. You don't need to record this.
Watch it just be loose wheel. Really? Really that loose?
Yeah. That's not even finger tight.
Well, guys.
Hey guys, it's not my axle. It's actually just my wheel.
May have just been my wheel being loose. Bo is taking them off with his finger. We'll go ahead and pull off the wheel and take a look at the axle just to make sure since we're already here.
You want to show this one?
But that's how loose these are.
Only one of them was actually tight enough to make the impact work for it.
Which makes sense too. When I was looking out the window and I heard it clanking around, you could see the wheel wobbling. I didn't think much of it. Well, while we're here at Josh's, we are going to be adjusting the base map so I can actually drive this car a lot more, because right now at idle it's pretty lean, and cruising it's a little rich. So Josh is going to hopefully today get the base map 100% adjusted so I can drive this car no problem. It might be a little later in the day, so I might pick up this camera later on. Just right now I'm sitting in the STi because there's quite a few people here, but I'll let you guys know what happens. Josh has, very loud, sorry. Josh has so graciously decided to adjust the base map while we're already here. It is quite later in the day now, but he's going to get this map adjusted. He also surprised me with a 5-inch inlet, or turbo guard, but 5-inch turbo guard to throw on the turbo, so it is no longer exposed and I don't have to worry about eating up a rock or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on. Well guys, it is now time to throw the car on the dyno. Josh got the base map adjusted at idle off the dyno, but our AFR gauge did take a shit, so we stole it off of Josh's blue EG hatch. Now everything should be good to go. We're gonna roll it onto the dyno and see how it does.
These nuts.
What's what?
Learn its ABCS real quick.
Well, just so we don't forget. got the car strapped down on the dyno. It is time for Josh to work his magic. We're not going for any like power tune right now, just a break-in map, but we'll see what happens. So we are now 2 hits in. Josh pretty much has everything dialed in, but as usual, we like to party. So we are turning it up a little bit. I think he said 36 pounds is this next? 36 pounds. We're trying to hit 700 Mustang right now. Right now on 28 pounds, was it?
28 pounds and a 580 Mustang.
580 on 28 pounds. We just turned up to 36 pounds. Start waking up the turbo a little bit more. We're hoping for 700 Mustang, which is no joke at all. That is a lot of power.
Undercut our target a little bit here. I'm inching that boost controller up. We got a 4-port, and if you boys know 4-ports, they're pretty spicy. 1% is quite a bit, and I just went up 10%. So we're here to party, see what happens.
So I'll set you guys up on the fancy little cabinet over there. I forgot my tripod, and we'll see what this thing does. Yes. So just as we went to turn it up, I had a minor incident. I did not secure my brake booster, so we had a huge intake manifold leak. Just got that fixed up. It is now time to turn this up.
Dumbass. I was trying to go to the moon. You see what this poor bastard did to my graph? Just that how it goes down? That's how my boost curve looks.
Oh, I can't zoom in while I'm recording.
What? Is that the big GoPro?
Anyway, we just got that secured down with the hose clamp instead of a zip tie.
Tomorrow.
So hopefully it does not go anywhere, and now it is time to see what this does.
Just here. I'm not running out of wastegate duty, pal.
Here we are, 682 Mustang. 42 pounds, you said? How many? How much? What are we going to?
That better not be on 42 pounds.
No. Like, what are we going to now?
No, we're going to 38.
38 pounds.
Maybe 40. It depends on how spicy I feel.
All right, well, we'll see.
Add 10% wastegate duty, so I mean, whatever the boost controller wants to do. I'm starting to run out of reaction from the boost controller.
All right.
Devin, what do you think of the Fozzie?
Well guys, we did run into another boost leak. We're not able to find it on the dyno. We're not able to get a boost leak tester. So unfortunately we had to end it. I think we hit 36 pounds. So unfortunately we do have to go home and figure out where this little boost leak is coming from. It is not allowing the turbo to gain any more power. We ended the night making 780 wheel, which is insane. That is more than enough for braking. Like, this motor is brand new, so we're not gonna be beating on it at this power level. We just wanted to see what we could do tonight and with this baby fuel system. So we're very impressed. I know we're all happy. We wish we could have gone a little bit further, but with that boost leak, we weren't obviously able to. But yes, I'm very excited that this car went on the dyno, got us braking tune, plus a little extra, and it drove right off. It's not puking anything out of the AOS, which is a good sign. I know if you guys saw my video, you guys saw there was a good chance that I washed my rings out. From the looks of it so far, it does not look like they are messed up. It has not pushed any oil or any gunk out of the AOS, so that is a good sign. I did take up Devin's slot with his Type R, so they're loading this back up onto the dyno to hopefully get some more power out of here. Well, it turns out I never did an outro for this video when we went tuning last night. I got home at like 12:30 at night, so it was pretty late. I was exhausted, completely forgot to do an outro for you guys, but we got the dyno on the dyno. But we got the car on the dyno, made some really good power. I think it was 780 wheel, which is insane. We have a baby fuel system, a dash 6. We do have two 450s and 2600 injectors. That's all getting changed out once we go for the 1,000 plus goal that we're trying to hit. But 780 for right now, that was just playing around, having fun on the dyno, seeing what it could do, and frankly, we got bored and wanted to party a little bit. But the car performed amazing. We do have one little boost leak that we need to tackle. Won't be that hard, but other than that, everything seems 100% solid with this car. So I'm very excited to get this car broken in so we can throw this on the dyno to try to break the 1,000 Mustang. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.